First of all, I give Michigan credit. It's a good football team, and you know what, they found a way to make more plays to win this game. But awfully proud of how our kids competed and played. We just, there's some critical times where we didn't make that play in a game like this, and yet I thought the kids put it all out there, and you appreciate that from them. And I thought it was a really heck of a defensive effort by a lot of guys, and they gave us a chance. And offensively, I think it comes down to third down. We didn't convert. We didn't really get anything consistently going in the run game. So similar to last week, those situations were a little bit longer, and that's what makes this one. I think it made it the type of game that it was. But it's we all gotta, starting with me, can get better and learn from this. And we got the bye week, and we got to do a good job of making that a good bye week for us, and come back. But appreciate the way the kids prepared all week, and most importantly, put themselves out there. And a lot of efforts that I saw that I'm really proud of. And yet there's the group. It's not one of those that's no consolation. And thought the group would go out and play, and they did. And there's areas we can get better, and we need to get better.
Take questions. Jason.
What was it that kind of kept your running game going today?
I think it's a number of things. Good defense. I don't know, just till we look at the film, were we just on an edge or what it was. And I think it's a combination, right? It's us and 11 guys in the execution, and you have to give credit to the defense as well. So the combination, I think, the result was we weren't consistent running the football. I thought that he, we were challenged differently, certainly than last week, and I thought that, there's a couple balls I know when you look back at this thing, he's going to want back, and a couple that I thought had a chance to maybe be a big hit for us and maybe swing the field for us. And so I think in looking at that, it was, I thought he did some good things, but I think there's going to be a couple we're going to look back and want those back. I thought with how he saw the field and all that, I didn't think there was anything there negatively necessarily, but I think it was just the finishing of some of the plays. Yeah, the question was, do I think he'll learn from it? And absolutely. And I think that's the responsibility that we all have. And I think there were some guys that really played well, but there's something there for them to learn. And myself, there's something for me to learn in this one. I think every game presents a heck of a learning opportunity. And I absolutely know, I feel confident saying this, I know Alex will learn from this one. It's a really good, I think they got a good defense. I thought, I've always had a lot of respect, ever since kind of going up against Coach Brown, and I think it's a good scheme with really good football players, and presents, some challenges, and I think they've got, they played us a ton of man, and how many of those we won? Not enough, and so now you can add, you lose some of the helps that you can give in the protection. I thought there was times when we had enough time, and then certainly there was others when we were under duress. And I think we'll look at the film and see areas where we can get better and see some things that we can build on that were good. But we all, like I said before, we all got to take something from this game and find a way to grow from it. Well, certainly on that, that's, is a heck of a, I mean, what a great effort play, on the pick, and we're able to take advantage of that field position. I thought a big sequence in the game was we had the ball at midfield, and we really didn't do anything. The game was tied up, and I think, whether it's the opportunities that come within plays or in a game like that, I thought that was one where we had to put it together, and we didn't. And that's, like I said, there's two teams playing, and so you look at yourself and areas that you can do better, and yet you still have to give the opponent credit, and I think that's what today was. I thought, Jim, he did some really good things, and Zach Bond came in, and that was, I appreciate the group, the way, find out later in the week, about Vince, and I think there was, all right, this is my opportunity and my responsibility, and I thought that all the guys kind of rallied around that, and I don't know play in and play out, but I thought Duels did some good things. I'd like to see him finish on the one early. He had a chance on a sack, but I thought, defensively, we thought we did a pretty good job containing, and some of the perimeter runs, and some of the different looks that they present to you, and we're able to get after and pressure their quarterback some, but I think Duels did some good things.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thank you.
All right.